All right, we are back. My name is Todd from Go2 Cards, and it has been a little bit since we've been on here. You all killed me with Rarity Collection 2. We had like right under 1,000 orders for Rarity Collection 2. This set is absolutely bonkers. I've got some things that I want to share with you that I've learned from selling on TCG Player as opposed to eBay. But before I do that, there's this video I want to talk about cards that I think you should be buying right now. Now is pretty good time to go in on Rarity Collection 2, and there's some cards that I think we should definitely be looking at, particularly because of their price point. Some of the higher cards are starting to fall out, and so be aware of that. I don't think that they've quite hit their floor, so I'm kind of cooling off on those a little bit and grabbing up some of those middle to the road cards. So that's what we're going to look at. Before I do that, we do have the winner of the giveaway from a long time ago. Let me grab that card real quick. We were giving away the Decode Talker with no name. The quarter century Decode Talker with no name. So let me bring up here the winner of that. That is D. Lee's Life 9023. Congratulations, my man. You got the Decode Talker. All you got to do is send me an email. Send me an email to Go2Cards, the number 10 at gmail.com, as well as proof that it's you. Just a screenshot of your YouTube page will do, and I will get this out to you. You send me your address, of course. So we do have a giveaway on the channel that I'm super excited about. We are giving away an Appaloosa. This is the Platinum Secret Rare. It is super, super nice. So I absolutely love this card. We're going to be giving this away, the Platinum Secret Rare Appaloosa. All you got to do to be eligible for the giveaway is be subscribed to the channel and leave a comment. That is it. And I do have another video queued up to go as well in this, so keep that in mind. We will have another video coming out really, really quick. So let me bring you over to the cards that I think you should be buying from Rarity Collection 2 right now. So I'm going to bring this up. All right, here we go. Look, one of the cards that I think that you should be looking at right now is Magician's Souls. And part of the reason for this is basically every time this card has been reprinted, it's been short printed. I mean, like, severely short printed, so that the community has had a really hard time getting this card. But in Rarity Collection 2, this is not short printed. This is a card that is readily available, and it is cheap right now. You're looking at the Secret Rare coming in around $3. I don't recommend buying that. I recommend buying the higher rarity of these cards because they are so cheap. So for me personally, I love the Prismatic or the Platinum Secret Rares. I just absolutely love them. So that's what I've been buying. Here is my giant stack of them that I've been buying. All Platinums in the in play sets. What we do on Go2 Cards is that we buy the set in bulk. We buy cases of it. We sell all those cards, and then I rebuy the cards that I want at a lower price. And that is what we're doing. We're in the process of rebuying the Platinums as well as the quarter centuries. I do have some couple quarter centuries here that we have been rebuying as well. Just the ones that I care a lot about. So, like, for instance, there was no way that I was not getting a quarter century Dragoon. It just was not going to happen. There's no way that I'm not getting a quarter century IP on the bike that is definitely going to happen. So we've been rebuying these cards right now. It's a good time to rebuy these cards. The platinum secret of Magician Souls is coming in around $6. That is a great buy. It's an absolutely beautiful card. This is actually one that we've not bought yet. We're going to be buying it in the next day or two, so I'm giving it to you before we even buy it. The quarter century coming in around $20. If you like the ultimate rares or the prismatic collector rares, they're coming in around $3 to $2.50. They're very cheap. I would be locking in this card because I think this card has a chance of going back up. So that's the first card. The second card, are you kidding me? I don't know why this does this all the time, but it just like refuses to go. All right, the second card that I think you should be looking at is Ultimate Slayer. This is a card everybody wanted a reprint for. Everybody was just dying for a reprint of Ultimate Slayer. You got it now. Look, the secret is $1.50. $1.50. But again, I don't recommend you buying that $1.50 card. I think you should be buying the prismatic or the platinum secret rare at $3.50. It's absolutely beautiful. Do I have it? Yes, I do have it. It is absolutely beautiful. It's one of the first cards that I made sure that we bought. This is already sleeved. It looks absolutely incredible. I think you should be buying that. If you want the quarter century, which we also bought the quarter century because I love this card. I think this card is going to be in the meta at some point. I think the card's going to go up. That's the quarter century. Those are the ones I think you should be buying. Also, the ultimate rare looks very nice. I'm not a fan of the collector rares in either Rarity Collection 1 or 2. I know a lot of people are, so that's, if you want that card, buy that card in collector's rare. It's $2. It's 50 cents more than the secret rare. And that's why I'm telling you to pass on the secret rares, the super rares, the ultra rares, and go right to the higher rarity of these cards because the difference is very small. And we've seen these cards go up, the higher rarity cards in Rarity Collection 1. They have gone up. These cards will do the same. I think they're going to go up even more because I don't think this set is going to be opened nearly as much as Rarity Collection 1 because it's just not worth it to buy the boxes or the packs. We have tested it. It is not worth it. You do not hit value for what you are spending on the product. It is not worth it. Trust me. We've tried it. So Ultimate Slayer, another card I definitely think that you should be buying. Abyss Dweller. This is a card that just comes in and out of the meta all the time, depending on how much the graveyard is being used. Fantastic card. If I were you, I would get a very nice Abyss Dweller. We bought we bought like 6 of these. Just because I love the card. I love playing the card. I love looking at the card. And let me tell you, the ultimate rare is absolutely beautiful. The only thing shiny on that ultimate rare is the Dweller, the monster back there. And it looks really cool. It does highlight the monster nicely. Again, the platinum is where I have gone in on this card. It is $2. The quarter century is $9. It's very nice. $9 card. It's way too cheap for what it is. I have the ultimate rare as well. I like these two versions better than the ultimate rare. I know that's a cardinal sin in Yu-Gi-Oh! Everybody loves TCG ultimate rares. I'm not a huge fan. To be honest with you, I love the platinums. I am all in on these platinums. I really am. I do think they're going to go up. I think that the price of these platinums are way too cheap. I would be buying these. So Abyss Dweller, I would be targeting those 4 higher rarities. Get the one you like and just have it. You only need one of this card, and they're all super cheap. Look, you can get the ultimate rare or the collector's rare for less than $1, sitting there at 80 cents. If 80 cents is too much, spend the 30 cents, get a nice secret rare, and be done. I think Abyss Dweller is a fantastic card to get. Another one is both books. I would be getting Book of Moon and Book of Eclipse. Again, for the same reason, they're way too cheap right now. These cards are going to go up. Look, the secret rare is 30 cents. The the ultimate rare as well as the collector's rare coming in around $2. The platinum is $4 for the Book of Moon and $1.50 for the Book of Eclipse. And the quarter century is $13 for the Book of Moon and $11 for the Book of Eclipse. These are cards that are just too cheap. They're going to go up. This is a great time to buy these. So I would be looking at these cards as well. Same thing I'm talking about with the books. They're very useful cards that come in and out of the meta. You should have a play set of them. The same thing I'm saying about those cards, I'm also saying about Solemn Judgment and Solemn Strike. Way too cheap for cards that are almost, most of the time these cards are playable in the meta. They might not be mandatory, but they're playable in the meta. A lot of times they're just mandatory. So, Solemn Judgment and Solemn Strike, secrets coming in around $2. But again, your ultimate rares and your collector rares around $2, $2.50. Your platinums coming in at $6 and $3 respectively for Judgment and Strike. Your quarter centuries, 18 and 9. That quarter century for Judgment never went down. It just stayed where it was. I'm stunned by that, but I'm really not stunned by it. I'm just stunned because a lot of the cards did go down that I didn't think would go down. This is one of them that kept its value. So I would be looking at the platinums because I think they're absolutely beautiful. We have the quarter centuries and the platinums of both Judgment and Strike. When we get the platinums and the quarter centuries, it's generally because they're cheap and it's a great, great card. There's no fear of it getting banned or something like that. So these are cards I think you should be going in on right now. And I think the last card I have is just the card that I have a hunch on. And that is Coral Dragon. Look, I understand nobody was excited about Coral Dragon when it got put in the set, but there's a lot of times that cards get put in sets and the community is scratching their head trying to figure out why. And then later on, we find out why. We know water support is coming. I think that there's a decent chance that Coral Dragon ends up being a card that people are chasing after in a couple months. And the reason I'm telling you to go in on this card is the secret rare is basically free. It's like a quarter or less. The ultimate rare or the collector's rare is 50 cents. The platinum is 80 cents and the quarter century is $4. The card is just way too cheap. Everybody's thumbing their nose at this card like, why would we want Coral Dragon? I just have a feeling that maybe Coral Dragon is going to be a card that you're going to want in the future. I'd grab it now while it's way, way cheap. So those are the cards that I'd be looking at. It doesn't mean that there are not other cards out there. Like, for example, Skullmeister is a card that is super cheap. I'd just grab it right now. Forbidden Lance is a card that is super cheap. I would be grabbing that card as well. Twin Twisters is so dirt cheap. I actually play this card in a lot of decks because I tend to play decks that discarding cards is not a big deal. And actually has benefits. So right now I'm playing Horus. Twin Twisters in there is not a bad card because you want your Horus cards in the deck or in the grave. So Exceed Encore, again, super, super cheap. Fusion Deployment is a card that is pretty, it's more expensive than I thought it would be. So if you're waiting on that, I totally understand that. Mind Control, super cheap. A lot of these cards are super cheap. And cards that you might want to be going in on. Now, basically, this video is a video saying now's a pretty good time to go in on Rarity Collection 2. Because there's going to be a time where that, you know, you see the card dropping down. And then there's a moment where the card just kind of goes across. That doesn't last forever. So you want to be buying the card when it's just kind of flatlined. And because the flat line tells you that for the most part, it's done falling out. And what is most likely to happen is the card will start going up. So a lot of these cards are flatlining or they're kind of at the bottom of their descent. So now's a pretty good time to go in and buy these cards. The next video that I'm going to be doing is a video that I think is pretty important. It's some things that I've learned from selling on TCG Player that I want to share with you. Things that I think are just wrong with the whole buying and selling process of TCG Player. And I think you should be aware of them. So that's the next video that I'm going to be doing, probably coming out on Wednesday. So keep an eye out for that video. Remember the giveaway. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. My name is Todd from Go2 Cards, and I am out of here.